For climate agenda, it's very obvious. So we are faced with the climate crisis urgency, and on that, the Paris Agreement, cop29 last year in Dubai, we reached the AUE consensus, and that designate tripling renewable and doubling efficiency by 2030. So, and according to the recent report by IEA, still have around 30% of gap to achieve that. So, without achieving that global goal, it will be very hard for us. Next year in Brazil, cop30, to build up a more ambitious target. So, it's very urgent. And on the other hand, I would like to mention about economic agenda. So as we know, most of the economies in the world now, we are faced with recession, and also especially after pandemics, every country, every economy, we have a very heavy burden to boost, to recover the economy, especially in terms of job opportunities, fiscal revenue, debt, etc., etc. So many things to do. But I would say renewable now is just in between. These can play increasing role to contribute to climate agenda, and in the meanwhile to contribute to economic agenda in terms of trade, investment, job opportunities. So that said, renewable becoming the most important in the history, to contribute to the two agendas. Just to take China as an example. Now everybody talk, China, you made amazing progresses in the past years with the very rapid declining of the cost and also very rapid increase of the penetration capacity. Over 300 gigawatts increase last year, and 200 gigawatts in 2022, and this year now we are in the fourth quarter. It's very highly likely to achieve another 300 gigawatts addition. So very fast. But we are still faced with some bottleneck for further development, for enlargement, for acceleration. So one of the bottleneck connection with the main grid, and this is becoming a physical bottleneck for faster deployment of renewable. And in the meanwhile, we are also faced with another institutional or policy or mechanism bottleneck. That's the power market reform. How the power market reform can support further deployment and acceleration of renewable. And besides, we also see another thing. Some colleagues would raise the question, if you have the problem of overcapacity for solar panel, for battery, for silicon production, etc., and also for other fields like electric vehicle, something. But I would say, so we should understand the overcapacity in a corrective manner. So that means we should put that issue in the right time frame. So in my mind, we have 1 year time frame, we have 3 year time frame, we also have 6 year. Why I say 6 year? Because 6 years ahead, we have to achieve the global goal of tripling renewable by 2030. And let's think about that. And with the currently available capacity, how we use that globally to support achievement of the global, tripling targets. In that sense, I would say we still have shortage of the capacity all over the world. And then the problem becomes how to distribute the capacity for solar, for wind power, spatially, and then in the time frame terms. So that means within 6 years, how we distribute that. And in different regions of the world, how we distribute that. And in that way, we can make a negative news become positive news. Say, oh, overcapacity is something bad for industry, for manufacture, for macroeconomics. But if we can make full use of that, this will become the driver to contribute to both economic and climate agenda. So that side, I would say today, what's the policy priority? Several weeks ago, when I joined a meeting in Beijing, one reporter that came to me say, "Oh, Professor Zhou, how we clean up the market, how we phase out some overcapacity?" But my answer is this is not the right question. The right question right now is how to enlarge the market demand for renewable. This is our top priority, because facing the global goal, we still have 30% of the gap. We need to fill in the gap right now, very quickly. And that's within China. Take China as an example. I would say together with the macroeconomic stimulus, as many of you know, since September, Chinese NDRC, Chinese Ministry of Finance, and the Chinese Central Bank, they just launched a very large size of stimulus with over 12 trillion renminbi yuan. But then let's see how combine renewable agenda with these macroeconomic stimulus to make them target at enlargement of demand for renewable. So how to do that? Certainly to accelerate more projects, but some colleagues would say, oh, you have overcapacity already, but I say we have relatively less demand. So make those stimulus to support, for example, for distributed renewable. Let's not only install top roof renewable, but also install energy storage together with heat pump, with charger for electric vehicle, together with electrification of building and also electrification of agricultural machineries. And in that way, we can use more and more solar or wind power by generation. And in that way, we enlarge the demand, and then the upstream manufacturer, they will have more and more contract. They have larger and larger demand, and then they will get more and more currency return flow, and they will move forward. They make money in the market, and in the meanwhile, we improve the living standard and the productivity of farmers and a large group of lower income people. And in that way, we also enlarge the potential of demand to contribute to the economic agenda. And no need to say, we accelerate the deployment of renewable to contribute to achieving the global target by 2030. And based on that, we can imagine how we work here and COP30 next year to enhance our ambition to mitigate the climate. So this is some fundamental idea. Energy Foundation China, we are working on that. I call for the cooperation of colleagues here and around. Let's see how to achieve that. Thank you very much.